Hello. So in 2016, I made this pencil drawing, and for some reason, I decided to remake a digitally painted version of it. I started this painting you are currently looking at in 2020. It was actually supposed to be a grayscale to color painting at the time, but I quit after some time while it was still in grayscale because it took so long to put the grayscale version together. So I just settled for it as it was at the time. It took like about a month or so to make. Why it took so long is because there was a lot of experimenting. It felt more like construction or doing math than painting. It wasn't actually supposed to reach this level of detail, but I just kept going and going, constantly moving things around or completely changing them. It's 1 year later now, and I finally decided to add colors. While I was making it, I realized one thing. I don't actually like this method of painting. It is unnecessarily time consuming and void of color expression. Just painting in values so you can add colors later kind of restricts the ability to color freely because you are limited by the preset values you already created, and you are constantly trying to make sure that the right colors are placed on the right values. But if the work is so detailed like this one, that becomes increasingly more difficult, which is why I settled for the colorless version in 2020. I've actually done some grayscale to color painting in the past, so I'll show you some examples. This was the first one I ever made. That's the Dryad from Dungeon Defenders 2. I don't know if you guys have played it. It was a fan art since she was my favorite character in the game. And then there's this other paintings too. These weren't made in Krita, by the way. I was using Autodesk Sketchbook back then. It was also on Android. All these were made on my phone. Then I moved to Infinite Painter. In fact, this painting I'm currently working on was initially made in Infinite Painter, but the app couldn't handle it and it kept crashing almost every time. Like many layers lost. Sometimes you have to completely remake a layer because when it crashes, you lose the layer too. In fact, when I brought this into Krita, I had to recreate some layers from scratch because they were just gone. I did all that before I even started recording this video because the old PSD, the only PSD I could find for this painting was so far behind from the flattened version that was exported. This one I'm coloring now might just be the last one I use this method of painting for. Maybe. Because I just prefer going straight into coloring right after I've done the sketch of the idea I want to make. So leave in the comments what your thoughts are on this painting. Also, let me know, do you like this method of painting, or do you also like going straight into coloring? You can just let us know in the comments below. And thank you for watching. Bye.